take advantage of all the new opportunities that open up in the next wave of digitalization, this requires changes in the business and organizational models. We've reached a point where no single organization will be able to master everything it takes to take advantage of the new opportunities. I will now review how technology affects the business model of companies. The challenge is to find models for how businesses drive innovation in an interaction with other companies and organizations in an ecosystem. This issue is particularly important for the new digital technologies that are developed and operated by different enterprises and where a solution's technologies interact in real time. We are used to buying technology as a transaction. This is how both government agencies and companies have rigged their purchasing policies. While transaction-based selling and buying equipment have been a common practice, more and more companies are changing their business model to sell everything as a service, often based on a subscription model. To illustrate, before we purchased a word processor program on a CD with a one-time payment. Now we subscribe to software as a service, paying a monthly fee, as we, for example, do with Office 365. When digital solutions require interaction and data exchange in real time, the model is further complicated. This is particularly so when developing new solutions that require companies to synchronize their efforts for a solution to work. To help us sort out the many challenges that needs to be addressed can be done through the lenses of a business model. So let's start with a quick overview of what a business model is and how digital technologies influence and change a business model. A business model is our story of how a company creates, delivers, and captures value. When describing a business model, we must answer questions such as: who are the customers? What does the customer want? How can we organize the business to deliver value? And how can we make the business become profitable? A popular visual representation of a business model is the business model canvas. And let's walk through the elements of the business model canvas. We start by defining who are the customers that we want to serve. What do we want to deliver to the customers? And that's our value proposition. How do we distribute our services to customers? And what type of relationship do we want to develop with our customers? To create value to our customers, we need resources to produce and deliver our services. And this is done through a set of activities that must be carried out. Which resources and activities do we need to buy or source from other companies or organizations? That is our key partners. Finally, we need to decide on the revenue model and assess profitability by seeing if the revenue streams are greater than the cost. Digital technologies and how these affect the business model. The products and services we offer, that is our value proposition, can be fully or partially digitalized. Information can be digitized and sold as a service. Just think about Netflix. The company was founded in 1997 and their initial business model was to sell and rent DVDs. Today, their primary business model is a subscription-based streaming service offering online streaming from a library of films and television series. We can also embed digital technologies into physical things. And then just think about how cars have digital technologies embedded into them and are about to become self-driving entertainment vehicles. We simply digitize the value proposition to customers also for physical products. How we distribute services and build a relationship with customers changes with digitalization. With only physical products, it was important to establish efficient physical distribution channels, such as physical shops and excellent logistics to move products. We are now digitalizing the distribution channels to reach customers. And with digital channels, we can build new long-term relationships with the customers. The way we produce services. Digital systems are becoming a core part of producing products and services. When connecting the physical and digital world, processes that were previously manual can now be automated. Finally, companies' resources and activities need to be integrated with other businesses. With more and more digital services, companies integrate their systems with services from other companies. Just think about how many companies that have integrated their services with Google Maps. Real estate brokers are one example that uses Google Maps to show the location of a building that is for sale. This requires technical and commercial changes to the business model. All the aforementioned points change the way we as employees work with an organization and with other organizations. As we have seen through the examples, digital technologies are driving changes in the business model. Since the new technologies allow companies to exchange information in real time, this involves a fundamental shift in which services that can be offered, how they are produced, and how they are delivered. Solutions are developed in interaction between technologies developed and operated by several organizations. This requires companies, municipalities, and governmental agencies to have solutions that work together and can be operated in an ecosystem. To make this happen, each organization must adapt its business model and the business for such interaction. This doesn't come by itself. Companies and governmental agencies therefore need to consider the following 3 points. IT architecture and systems must be modularized and able to communicate with other systems inside and outside their own organization using APIs. IT and organizational architecture must be aligned to ensure good accountability and quick decision-making. Where systems are integrated with other companies, appropriate cooperation and commercial interfaces must be part of the legal contracts. We have now covered examples of new application areas of technology that connects the digital and physical world. Common to these examples is that the cases are driven forward in innovation projects with joint partners. Such innovation projects are burdened with considerable risk. Typical risks can be such as, will the technology function satisfactorily? Who will ensure that the new technologies are operated and further developed in a robust way? Will the solution provide enough value for each contributing partner? Since there are considerable uncertainties in such innovation projects, we have in Norway and Europe public funding to support and drive such innovation initiatives. The financing is done in a combination of participating organizations' own efforts and of public funds from governmental bodies such as the Research Council, Innovation Norway, and EU's research programs. In the research conducted by Norwegian School of Economics and Telenor, we observe that a significant challenge that must be solved is to ensure efficient transition from this initial project-oriented innovation phase to a well-functioning commercial phase. This is especially demanding when solutions being developed require new technology components and when data flows across organizational boundaries. Important questions are about who should be able to monetize data, how can value be distributed among the actors in the ecosystem. If we manage to speed up the transition from project-oriented ecosystem to commercial ecosystems, we will be able to ensure faster deployment of new digital solutions that will be useful for society. This can contribute to better climate solutions, better health solutions, smarter cities, and much, much more. Digitalization will continue at full speed. To maximize social benefit from the next wave of digitalization, we need to solve more than technical challenges. We need to improve on developing good business models and ecosystems for interaction between companies, public enterprises, and potentially academia. Thank you for listening.